2020 Exam 1, Question 13, Data Analysis. Now, this is just a wordy question to check your understanding of what a least squares line actually is, or how it's calculated, rather than just sticking it into a calculator. They love the form y equals a plus bx for their scatter plot, and which one of the following is always true is the key point here. Now, let's have a look at A first. As many of the data points in the scatter plot as possible will lie on the line. That is not true, because you could have something with a line like this, and then the dots could be, just alternating either side of it. So not true. I mean, you might have no dots on the line and still have a pretty good fit to the data, by the way. All right, then if we look at B. Now in B, they're saying the data points in the scatter plot will be divided so there are as many data points above the line as there are below the line. Well, you can imagine if you're averaging some dots, you've got two dots quite close to the line, but below the line, and one above it, an outlier pulling it up. But because of those two dots below the line, it's dragging it down a bit. So that is not true. You might have some outliers. You could have even more outliers, you can have another than there, and then some more like that. And they're just trying to balance each other out. So B is not true. So that leaves us with C, D, and E. Now you might notice, because it said squares here, and it also says squares here, that was probably a hint that A and B were wrong, but you never know. Now all it's saying is it the shortest distance, the horizontal distance, or the vertical distance? Now you might remember from when you've done residuals that when you're talking about the dots in relation to the line, the residuals are calculated vertically, and that's why the answer is E. So when you're doing the sum of the squares of the vertical distances from the line for each data point, then that's why the answer is E. Vertically you're measuring them. Horizontally would be going that way, and shortest would be going sort of diagonally. It's always been vertical distances. You can remember that from residuals.